Close your eyes gently, and begin by taking a deep breath in, and letting it out slowly. Once more. Breathe in deeply, and release it. Calmly, softly. With every breath, you feel as though a wave is moving toward you, and then retreating back to the open sea. You are standing before the endless ocean, where the night has gently descended, where the moon spreads its silver light across the water. The waves roll in, steady and eternal, like the gentle heartbeat of the earth itself. You walk barefoot on the soft sand. The fine grains are warm beneath your feet, slipping between your toes, tenderly holding each step. You can feel the sand cradling your body, soothing, embracing. The sea breeze brushes your skin, carrying with it the salty scent of the ocean, cooling, comforting, sweeping away every heaviness in your mind. In the distance, tall palm trees bend slightly in the breeze, their leaves rustling, joining the rhythm of the waves, composing a natural lullaby that is meant only for you. You pause, listening, and realize that everything around you is slowing down. Time itself is no longer rushing. There is only you, the sea, and the sound of your own breathing. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. With each breath, you feel lighter, calmer, more at ease. Thoughts that lingered in your mind begin to dissolve. They come and go, like small waves, rising for a moment, then fading away, leaving behind only stillness, a calm ocean within. You allow yourself to melt into this gentle sound. Above, the night sky stretches endlessly. Countless stars glitter across the darkness, and the round moon casts a soft glow over the entire sea. On the water's surface, the rippling waves shimmer, light dancing and sparkling like pearls adrift in the night. You stand still, surrendering, and in this moment you feel so small, yet perfectly safe, sheltered by the vast embrace of nature. The ocean whispers to you in a language without words. The waves murmur, "Rest now. Let go. Let me carry you into dreams." You close your eyes more deeply, letting your breath fall into rhythm with the sea. Breathing in is like a wave rushing toward the shore. Breathing out is like a wave retreating into the distance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gentle, steady, soothing. You begin to feel your body melting away. Your shoulders loosen. Your arms fall softly. Your legs grow heavy, peaceful. Your whole body feels as though it is lying upon a bed of sand, being rocked gently by the steady tide. You feel yourself dissolving into space, floating, drifting like a leaf resting upon the water. The wind whispers through the palms. The waves sing their lullaby. The moonlight glows tenderly. Together, they create a cradle vast and endless, wrapping around you, protecting you, holding you close. In that cradle, you are safe. In that cradle, there are no burdens, no fatigue, no restless thoughts. There is only quiet. Only serenity. Only the eternal song of the waves carrying you gently towards sleep. And the sea murmurs once more, "Let me take you. Let me carry you into dreams. I will sing for you all night long, until you are fast asleep, deep, long, and peaceful." A soft smile forms upon your lips, and then it fades away with the breeze. You surrender yourself to that gentle embrace, allowing the waves and the wind to carry you on a tender journey, toward a world where sleep is waiting just ahead. The waves have led you here, gently, patiently, as though guiding each of your steps. Now, as you continue along the shore, You realize that you are not simply standing before the ocean, you are standing at the threshold of an island. The sand stretches wide and soft beneath your feet, glowing faintly under the silver light of the moon. Every grain seems to shine as though it remembers a story told long ago. A story waiting for you to hear. You take another step, then another, slow and deliberate. The sand shifts slightly beneath you, cradling you, holding you. Each step feels like an invitation, a gentle reminder that here, there is no hurry. Here, time itself flows differently. The air is heavy with salt and sweetness, a mixture of sea and earth, carrying the scent of leaves, wood, and the faint perfume of night-blooming flowers. The breeze caresses your skin like a soft hand, brushing away the last traces of the day you left behind. The island feels alive, breathing with you. The palms stand tall, their long leaves swaying slowly, moving like dancers under the quiet rhythm of the night. Somewhere nearby, the faint sound of small waves laps at hidden rocks, a secret melody of the shore. The whole island hums with calm, and you sense that it has been waiting for you, perhaps for a long time, waiting to share its stillness. You pause and listen again. The chorus of the sea continues, steady and eternal. Inhale, and you take in the ocean air, cool and cleansing. Exhale, and you let go of weight, tension, and thought. With every breath, your body grows lighter, and your heart grows softer. The worries of distant places no longer matter here. They dissolve into the sand, into the breeze, into the endless sound of the sea. As you walk further inland, the sand begins to cool beneath your feet. The warmth of the day lingers faintly, yet now it blends with the cool breath of night. Above you, the moon follows faithfully, pouring silver across your shoulders. You notice the shadows of trees stretching long, bending toward you as if bowing in greeting. The leaves shimmer, whispering secrets you cannot quite understand, but you know their meaning. Welcome. Every detail of the island comforts you. The rustle of leaves, the pulse of waves, the faint scent of earth, all blend together like a lullaby created just for you. You feel your body relax more deeply. Your shoulders soften. Your arms rest heavier by your sides. Your legs move as though guided, no longer needing effort. You are being carried by the island itself, gently led deeper into its embrace. You come across a small path, faint but clear, winding between the trees. It glows softly in the moonlight, as though made for your feet alone. Each step is slow, unhurried, deliberate. As you follow this path, you feel as if you are walking into a dream that stretches on and on, where every sound, every breath, every step brings you deeper into peace. Listen to the palms above you, their fronds swaying gently. Listen to the ocean behind you, still singing its endless song. Feel the ground beneath your feet, steady, strong, and safe. With each step, your breathing slows even more. With each step, your eyelids grow heavier. The island holds you like a guardian, soft and watchful, guiding you where you need to be. The deeper you walk, the more you realize that you are not just exploring a place. You are being invited into its heart. The island is more than sand and trees and sea. It is a presence, gentle, ancient, protective. You feel it in the way the breeze touches your cheek, in the way the moonlight glows across the water, in the way the ground holds you. You are no longer an outsider here. You belong. Step after step, the island teaches you its rhythm, silence, breath, Heartbeat. Wave. Silence. Breath. Heartbeat. Wave. Over and over. The pattern repeats. Until you feel your own body aligning with it. Your breath flows with the ocean. Your heart beats with the earth. Your mind drifts into the sky. You are whole. You are calm. You are safe. At the edge of the path. You pause again. The trees open to reveal a clearing where the moonlight spills like silver water. The sand here is finer. Softer. As though untouched by time. You lie down upon it. Letting your body rest. Sinking into its embrace. The ground is cool. The air is gentle. The stars above shimmer in silence. You are still. You are calm. The island whispers, rest. Traveler. You are home. And as you listen, you know that this journey has only begun. That each step will carry you deeper into a dream that will last all night long. The ocean hums softly behind you. The palms sway above you. And your breath falls perfectly in tune with the island's song. Slowly, quietly, peacefully, you drift further into its embrace. And with every passing moment, sleep draws closer. You remain upon the soft sand, breathing in the sweetness of night. And the island begins to reveal its hidden orchestra, quiet at first. Then fuller. Richer. Like a tide drawing nearer. At the center of everything is the ocean. A vast drum with a heartbeat measured in waves. Far out in the darkness a swell gathers. And you sense it before you hear it. A curve of motion shaped by distant wind. Rounding itself like a thought becoming clear. It travels toward the shore. Growing only as much as it needs to. Never straining. Never rushing. Until it folds upon the beach with a velvet hush and slides away. And the sand remembers the pressure. And then forgets. Behind the drum comes the wind. A soft and faithful voice rising from the horizon. Slipping through the palms. Flowing around the trunks. Drawing slow ribbons of sound along each glossy frond. Sometimes the wind speaks high and feather-light. An airy flute, sometimes it drops to a deeper hum. Like a low lullaby, but it always returns to calm. Always matches the sea. When the wave arrives, the wind steps back. When the wave retreats, the wind leans in. Their duet is seamless. Effortless. Eternal. You listen. And the island grows intricate. The palms add gentle strings. Each leaf a quiet chord stroked by passing air. The sand offers a faint percussion beneath your body, the softest brush. The smallest settling. The almost inaudible slide of grains adjusting to your weight so you can rest more deeply. Tiny shells near your hip tick against one another like distant chimes. Then fall still. Somewhere behind you. Where the shore curves. The water enters the narrow mouth of a tide pool and rings a glassy note. Then another. Then a pause as the pool overflows and the sound becomes a single, shining silence. Even the stars seem to hum without a tone. Pouring their patient light over the island's shoulders. A silent chorus that needs no breath. You breathe in. And the ocean gathers. You breathe out. And the ocean releases. Inhale. And the bow of the wind pulls gently across the strings of the palms. Exhale. And the sand settles you. Lowering you half a breath closer to the earth. Each breath joins the music. And the music joins your breath. There is nothing to do. The island carries the rhythm for you. And you drift upon it the way a leaf drifts upon the surface of a lagoon. Moving because the water is moving. Resting because the water is at rest. You do not measure time here. You do not hold it. It holds you. The harmony shifts almost imperceptibly. Like moonlight turning on a wave. You notice that the ocean's drum has many hands, Some strokes are far and deep and round, some are nearer, smaller, tapping the shore with a whisper, some are only the suggestion of touch. A softness felt more than heard. Beneath that drum, a lower tone begins. So gentle you question whether you imagine it. It is the slowest note you have ever felt. Not played so much as presence, ancient, patient, protective, like the earth itself clearing its throat. Then smiling. You accept it without needing to name it. It asks nothing of you, it only steadies everything around you. And so it steadies you. The wind answers with kindness. It moves through your hair and across your forehead. And you feel the skin there soften. Like silk set free from the knot. Your brow smooths. Your eyes grow heavy and kind. Your jaw unhooks from the day and floats. Your tongue rests gently behind your teeth. Your neck gives back the weight it has been guarding. And the night receives it gratefully. Shoulders sink like small boats into a safe harbor. Arms stretch longer without stretching at all. They lay exactly where they want to lay. In your chest. Something opens the way a flower opens at dusk, quietly, without needing to be watched. Your breath expands not by effort but by permission. And each exhale releases what you do not need to carry, lists and edges, echoes and fragments, until your breathing is simply wave, simply wind, simply yes. You allow the music to travel lower. The warm silver of the moon settles in your ribs, lining them like a calm shore. The ocean strokes your belly with a rhythm as old as tides. And the belly answers, softening, unclenching, falling into ease. Hips loosen like gates swinging open on well-oiled hinges. Thighs grow heavy, then lighter under their own heaviness. As if the sand has shaped itself to match them exactly. Knees drift a fraction wider, agreeing with comfort. Calves uncoil. Ankles smile. The soles of your feet remember the roundness of the earth and the soft fact that they are held. You have the sense that if you were to sink another inch, the island would rise another inch to meet you. You and the island understand each other perfectly. The orchestra invites a call and response that needs no words. The wave lifts a little, your chest rises. The wave recedes, your chest falls. The wind rounds the palms, your shoulders soften. The tide pool rings, your mind grows simple and clear. The sand brushes beneath you, you are invited to rest even more. Again and again and again. Not to force a trance but to reveal the trance that was already here. The one that begins whenever a living body remembers itself in the presence of a listening world. From time to time, a small change appears, like a flute leaning in with a brighter note. And you discover a detail you had not noticed, the faintest crackle near the water's edge. As tiny lives go about their tiny lives in the reef, a hush threading through the beach grass that marks the border between sea and grove, the slight, round knock of a single shell turning over in a shrinking ribbon of foam. None of these sounds ask for your attention. They demonstrate how attention can be soft. How noticing can be the same as resting. You let them pass through you. And they leave you gentler than before. Now the wind chooses a longer bow, drawing it slowly from one side of the island to the other. You can hear it move along the canopy like a hand smoothing a bedsheet, removing every wrinkle, inviting every corner to settle. The palms answer with a low shimmer, and the ocean receives the cue, spacing its waves farther apart, making room for the rest that is arriving. Between waves, there is a lake of quiet so spacious that you could set your whole day into it and watch the water swallow each minute and turn it into soft light. In that wide quiet, the low, ancient tone beneath everything becomes easier to feel. It turns and turns without turning, like the steady presence of a companion who does not speak because nothing is missing. You have the sense, only the sense of a slow silhouette far offshore, moving with the kind of certainty that belongs to old travelers. You do not look for it. You do not need to. The music tells you it is there. And the knowledge fills you like warmth. Your breath deepens further. And with it the music learns your name, not the name people use, but the shape of your breathing, the exact weight of your resting, the private rhythm of your letting go. The island plays this rhythm back to you so gently that you recognize yourself as sound. Inhale for a count of 4. If you like. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then let the counting fade. Because the sea is counting for you. And the wind is counting for you. And your body already knows the measure. You are breathing like a shoreline breathes. You are a guest in the easiest house. The music moves through your memories without stirring them. If a thought rises, the wave turns it round, makes it smooth, sets it down. If an image appears, the wind lifts it and carries it a little way down the beach, then sets it softly beyond reach. If a question asks to be answered, the palms answer with shade. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing left undone. You are exactly where a night like this would want you to be. The stars agree. The horizon agrees. Even your pulse agrees. Slowing because it is safe to slow. You begin to notice that the space between sounds is as nourishing as the sounds themselves. The moment after a wave dissolves is not empty. It is full of receiving. The second after the wind sighs is not silence. It is a cradle. The pause after the palms finish their chord is not an absence. It is permission. In these pauses you sink further, dropping through layers of rest you did not know were possible. Each layer more generous than the last. Your body is learning how to be heavy and light at the same time, heavy enough to trust the earth, light enough to be carried by a lullaby. The orchestra grows simpler still. The way music does when it approaches the heart of what it means. You can hear the wave like a soft syllable, ah, arriving. And another syllable, departing. The wind speaks a third syllable, hush, over your crown. Together they form a word without edges that means lie down here. And you do. You lie down in the sound that is making itself for you. You lie down in the night that does not need to be brighter to be kind. You lie down in the old rhythm beneath the new rhythm. The one that has been playing in every quiet place you have ever loved. If you wish, you may follow a gentle descent. 10 soft waves down to the deepest cushion of rest. 10. And the ocean widens, giving you more sky. 9. And the wind lowers its lantern, dimming the edges of thought. 8. And the palms release a long breath they have held for you. 7. And your shoulders sink another finger breadth. 6. And the sand under your spine arranges itself the way a hand arranges a blanket. 5. And your jaw forgets the word clench. 4. And your belly remembers the word ease. 3. And your legs become shorelines, patient and sure. 2. And your eyelids grow dusk inside of dusk. 1. And everything that needs to be held is held. There is the slow tone again. The ancient one, returning like the tide's longest thought. It is not a call. It is companionship. It does not ask you to move. It moves around you, bearing the feeling of a shell older than charts gliding through a corridor of moonlight, leaving the water smoother behind it than before. The music makes room for this tone, as musicians make room for a beloved friend. Nothing swells. Nothing insists. The note stays low and kind. And so you sink a little lower into your place, into yourself, into sleep's near pasture. Now the orchestra plays the simplest pattern of the night: wave, wind, hush, rest. Again, wave, wind, hush, rest. It repeats until repetition becomes blessing, and blessing becomes background, and background becomes the atmosphere you breathe. In that atmosphere, you do not need to hold yourself up. The island holds you. You do not need to finish anything. The sea finishes it by turning it into foam and then into quiet. You do not need to make sense. The wind is sense enough. If your mind lifts for a moment, it rises like a gull on a soft current and drifts, seeing the curve of the beach as a white smile drawn in chalk upon a slate of silver water. It sees the gentle seam where lagoon meets reef. It sees, far beyond the breakers, the darker road on the surface where long swells travel together without speaking. Then the gull settles. The current lowers. Your mind returns to the pillow of your breath. And the orchestra welcomes you back without remark because you were never gone. Wave, wind, hush, rest. The pattern grows so familiar that you can lean against it the way you would lean against a warm wall on a cool night. Behind the wall, a room glows where no one hurries and nothing stings. The music is the doorway to that room. You step through by not moving at all. You step through by allowing yourself to be carried. You step through by remembering that you are made of water that understands water. Made of air that understands air. Made of earth that understands rest. Somewhere in the dark, the low tone turns once more, reassuring the sea of its own center. You feel it without looking. The orchestra hears it and softens again, as if bowing in thanks. You let a final layer of weight go, the small, reflexive holding at the base of the skull, the little guard at the throat, the thin, nearly invisible brace behind the heart, and when you release these, the island answers with a nearly silent yes. Your breath answers yes. The ocean answers yes. You are inside yes. And this is how the chapter completes itself. Not with a closing but with the most open music of all, the music that continues whether you listen or sleep. The music that will be here when you drift deeper. The music that will be here when a slow, kind presence draws near in the next part of your journey. The waves will keep the drum. The wind will keep the voice. The palms will keep the strings. The stars will keep the chorus. And you will keep resting, carried by their patience, until the night brings you easily to what comes next. Wave, wind, hush, rest. And further in you go. The island has grown so quiet that you feel yourself drifting at the edge of a dream. The music of waves and wind continues behind you like a soft memory. An endless hymn that holds the night together. You follow its rhythm, step by slow step, along the sand that glows faintly beneath the moonlight. Ahead, the shoreline bends gently, and something waits there, steady and ancient, as though it has always known you were coming. You see the outline first, a curved shell glistening under the silver light, edges rounded by time, polished by countless journeys. A great sea turtle rests at the water's edge, half in the sea, half upon the sand, as though belonging perfectly to both. Its size is immense, yet its presence is gentle, calm, inviting. Its eyes, dark and luminous, lift slowly toward you, and in that gaze you feel no urgency, no demand, only welcome. The turtle has been here far longer than you, perhaps far longer than the island itself. It carries an age within it that you cannot measure, and yet the moment feels intimate, as if it has been waiting only for you. You approach slowly, though you sense you do not need to ask permission. The turtle lowers its head slightly, a quiet bow, and the motion feels like an embrace. You kneel upon the sand nearby, close enough to hear the faint sound of its breath, deep, unhurried, like the tide itself. Inhale, and the turtle's body lifts. Exhale, and it lowers, steady as the moon's path across the sky. Without words, it teaches you, this is how to breathe when the night is endless. This is how to breathe when you are safe. For a time, you sit together, listening to each other's silence. The sea slides in and out at your feet, brushing the turtle's shell, brushing your toes, as though reminding you both that you belong to the same rhythm. The wind softens around you, as if to make room for this meeting, and the stars above lean closer, scattering their light in wider arcs. Everything has gathered here to witness this stillness, you, the turtle, the sea, the sky. Slowly, the turtle begins to move. Its flippers, broad and powerful, press into the sand with deliberate grace. It does not hurry. It never hurries. Each movement is the essence of patience, shaped by centuries of knowing there is no need to rush. As it shifts, you feel the ground beneath you hum faintly, as though the earth itself is stirred awake by this ancient traveler. The turtle turns its face toward you again, and though no words are spoken, you understand. Follow me. You rise, walking beside it, step for step. As it moves closer to the water, the waves lap at its shell, shimmer across its back, and the turtle pauses, half immersed in silver. The moon paints a long path across the sea, a glowing road that seems to stretch to infinity. The turtle begins to glide forward, and somehow, impossibly, you follow. With each step, the water embraces you, first around your ankles, then your calves, then your knees. The sea is warm, gentle, carrying you instead of resisting. By the time it reaches your waist, you realize the water is no longer heavy, it is light, lifting you, holding you as securely as the sand once did. The turtle glides further, its great shell a beacon ahead of you. You follow without fear. With every motion, the sea parts around it, opening a path that feels meant for you alone. The sound of waves shifts now, from the crash upon the shore to the deeper hush of water folding upon itself. Beneath the surface, currents hum like hidden voices, low and resonant, guiding you forward. The turtle's body moves with these currents, as if it were not an animal but part of the water itself, born from the tides, shaped by the moon. Your breath falls in rhythm with its strokes. Inhale as the turtle's head rises above the surface. Exhale as it dips back down. Inhale. Exhale. The pattern is steady, hypnotic, unbroken. You feel your own body learning this rhythm. Your lungs expanding with the sea. Your chest sinking with the tide. Slowly, you are no longer aware of where your breath ends and the turtle's begins. The line between you and it dissolves, as easily as foam dissolves upon the shore. The turtle leads you farther from the island, but not away from safety. The island remains behind you, glowing softly, smaller with each moment, yet never lost. It watches you kindly, the way a parent watches a child take gentle steps into the night. Ahead, the water opens into a broad lagoon. Its surface is glassy, still, reflecting the stars so perfectly that you feel as though you are swimming through the sky itself. Each stroke carries you across constellations. Each ripple scatters galaxies. You and the turtle glide between heavens above and heavens below, embraced on all sides by infinity. The turtle pauses at the center of the lagoon, floating with effortless balance. You drift beside it, your body weightless, your mind emptied of effort. In its eyes you see depths that reach beyond oceans, stories of journeys longer than memory, migrations across endless waters. arrivals and returns that have stretched through centuries. Yet in this moment, all of those stories collapse into one simple truth: you are here, floating beside it, breathing with it, safe within the night. A thought brushes your mind. Not spoken but given, you are part of something vast. The turtle does not speak in language, but the truth is undeniable. You belong to the ocean, as the ocean belongs to the moon, as the moon belongs to the sky. You are not separate. You are not adrift. You are carried. Always carried. Always home. You close your eyes and let the water hold you. The music of waves and wind has followed you even here. Softer now, woven into your very breath. The turtle drifts closer, and you sense its presence beside you like a calm heartbeat. For a moment, you imagine resting against its shell, letting it carry you across the lagoon, across the stars reflected in the water, across the boundary between waking and dreaming. And you realize that you do not need to imagine. You are already there. The turtle moves again, slowly circling you, drawing a path upon the water. The circle widens, then narrows. A dance of patience, of eternity. The ripples from its motion fan outward. Gentle rings that rock you as though you lie in a cradle. Each ripple lifts you slightly, then lowers you again. And the motion rocks you deeper, and deeper, and deeper still. You surrender. You let the music of the water, the breath of the turtle, the hush of the night, lull you further into stillness. You drift, not toward sleep but into sleep, not toward dreams but into the dream already surrounding you. The turtle, wise and ancient, remains close, a guardian of the night, watching as your mind loosens completely, as your body sinks into perfect ease. Wave after wave, breath after breath, the circle grows slower, the rocking gentler, until all is nearly still. You are floating, breathing, resting, while the sea turtle keeps vigil in silence, carrying you deeper into the embrace of the island, deeper into the embrace of the sea, deeper into the embrace of sleep itself. The sea turtle drifts in silence beside you, and you float in the lagoon where the stars shimmer upon the surface of the water like lanterns scattered by the sky. Your body is weightless now, suspended in the gentle cradle of the tide. Around you, the ocean breathes, vast and infinite, and within its breath, dreams begin to take form. They arrive slowly, not with sudden pictures or sharp sounds, but with soft impressions, like colors dissolving into one another, like shadows becoming light, like music you feel before you hear. You close your eyes and the water carries you inward. At first, it is only sound, the low hum of the sea, the whisper of the wind brushing against your ears. These sounds dissolve into rhythm, and that rhythm becomes a dream. The ocean sings to you, not in words, but in feelings. Each wave that laps at your skin is a memory not your own. Each current is a story older than language. You drift through these stories without needing to follow them, without needing to understand. The sea holds them all, and it offers only the calmest fragments to you. Fragments shaped into dreams. You dream of light, deep beneath the water. Beams of moonlight fall like columns, reaching down into an unseen world. The water glows faintly blue, soft and endless. And in that light, tiny shapes flicker, fish with scales like shards of glass, gliding in patterns that seem like constellations. They move together, slow and hypnotic, and their motion becomes a lullaby of silver. You float among them, and they do not scatter. They circle around you, weaving ribbons of calm, a net of gentleness that keeps you safe in the dream. You dream of silence, a silence so complete it feels alive, In this silence, you sense the pulse of the ocean floor. A slow thrum like a heartbeat beneath the sand. It beats not in urgency but in eternity. The turtle's presence is near, gliding through the same silence. Its great body moving with effortless grace. You realize the silence is not empty. It is full of rest. It is the kind of silence that supports, that cushions, that waits with infinite patience for you to relax deeper. And deeper still, you dream of color. Swirls of turquoise, indigo, and jade unfold around you, drifting like long veils across the water. The colors shift slowly, never abrupt, blending into one another as if they have all the time in the world. Within the colors, shapes rise and dissolve, a coral archway glowing with bioluminescent light. A pathway of shells that gleam like pearls. A cavern of crystal that hums softly as though remembering every wave that has ever passed above it. The dream does not demand that you walk or swim. It only asks that you rest inside its beauty. You dream of voices. Not sharp or loud, but gentle as the sea itself. They are the voices of the ocean's memories, echoes of sailors who once crossed these waters. Whispers of winds that circled the globe. Songs of whales that sang through the deep and still sing. Low and resonant, weaving threads across the dark water. These voices do not speak to your ears but to your heart. They remind you that you are not alone. That every life is connected. That every dream belongs to the ocean and returns to it in time. The turtle glides closer. And though its eyes remain calm and silent, you sense it guiding you deeper into these dreams. Its presence steadies the water, steadies your breath, steadies the dream itself. With every stroke of its flippers, you feel a ripple spread outward, rocking you gently, the way a cradle rocks a child. Each ripple says, let go. Each ripple says, sink further. Each ripple says, rest. Your body grows heavier now. Though you are weightless in the water. Heavier in the sense of release. Heavier in the sense of being supported. You no longer need to move. No longer need to hold yourself upright. No longer need to keep watch. The turtle keeps watch. The ocean keeps watch. The stars keep watch. You are free to drift, and so the dream deepens. You see yourself walking along a shore that does not belong to any one place. The sand glows with a light of its own. Not from the moon. Not from the stars. But from the calm within you. The waves here do not crash but rise in slow motion. Arcs of silver that hang in the air before lowering themselves gently onto the sand. The air hums with peace. And every step you take sinks you deeper into comfort. You realize you are not just walking through the dream, you are the dream. Unfolding, expanding, softening with every moment. The voices return. Softer now. A choir of whispers laid upon one another. You are safe. You are resting. You are home. They repeat endlessly. Not in urgency but in rhythm. Blending into the sound of waves. Until words are no longer words but music. And music is no longer music but presence. And still the turtle remains. A steady shadow beside you. As if to remind you that the dream is not fleeting. It is not fragile. It is enduring. As enduring as the sea itself. When you open your eyes within the dream, you see its shell shimmering with faint patterns of light. Like maps of stars etched across its back. It carries the memory of countless journeys. And now it carries you too, not on its back. But within its dream. Within its calm. Within its patience. You float there. Between the island and the infinite sea. Between waking and sleeping. Between silence and song. The lagoon holds you like a cup. The turtle steadies you like a guardian. The dreams fold around you like blankets woven from the breath of the ocean. You are no longer listening to the music of waves and wind. You are dreaming them. You are no longer near the ocean. You are the ocean, and in that truth, you sink deeper, and deeper, and deeper still, into the endless stream of the sea. The dream of the ocean lingers, wrapping around you like a warm tide, and slowly, as though guided by an unseen hand, you find yourself drifting toward the far side of the island. The sea turtle moves with steady patience, gliding just ahead of you, leading you without hurry, without words. The lagoon narrows into a channel, and the water grows quieter still, as if it, too, is listening. Above the channel rises a tall cliff, dark and gentle, its edges softened by time and moonlight. Upon its crest, something glows, steady, rhythmic, patient, a light that turns slowly, casting its silver beam across the endless water. It is a lighthouse, standing like a sentinel at the edge of the night. The beam sweeps across the sea, a calm arm extending outward, not to warn, not to alarm, but to comfort. With each slow turn, the light brushes over the surface of the water, touching the waves with reassurance. You feel the glow as it passes over you, a soft hand upon your shoulder, reminding you that you are seen, that you are not lost, that you are always within the circle of its care. The light completes its circle, then begins again, never failing, never rushing, simply turning, simply shining, forever. The turtle guides you closer to the shore, where a narrow path winds up the cliffside. You follow, step by step, your feet steady upon the sand and stone, your body moving as though drawn gently upward by the rhythm of the light. The air is cooler here, touched by the breath of height, carrying the faint scent of wild herbs and seagrass that grow among the rocks. The sound of waves rises from below, softened by distance, like a deep drum echoing in the background of a great symphony. The wind joins in, brushing your face, lifting your hair, humming against the cliff walls as if adding harmony to the lighthouse's steady song. You climb slowly, not with effort but with ease, as though the path itself wishes you to ascend. Each step is accompanied by the turning light, sweeping over you in intervals, offering reassurance again and again. When you reach the crest, the lighthouse rises before you, tall, white, weathered, but strong. Its stones hold the memory of countless nights, countless tides, countless travelers who may have once looked to it for guidance. Tonight, it stands not as a guide to ships, but as a guide to you. Its light is not to signal danger, but to welcome you deeper into rest. You sit at the base of the lighthouse, upon the smooth stones warmed faintly by the day's sun. The beam turns above you, casting long arcs of silver across the water, then across the island, then across you. The sound of the great lens moving is nearly inaudible, only a faint hush, like the sigh of the world itself. And yet the rhythm is unmistakable: sweep, pause, return, sweep, pause, return. Like a breath, like a heartbeat, like a lullaby. You close your eyes and let the rhythm wash over you. Each sweep of light feels like an inhale, filling you with calm. Each pause feels like the moment between breaths, a space of perfect stillness. Each return feels like an exhale, releasing you further into the ground beneath you. Inhale with the light, exhale with the light, inhale, exhale, as steady as the sea, as timeless as the wind. And then, with your eyes closed, you begin to see. The light does not end at the edge of the cliff. It stretches into your mind, painting gentle patterns across your inner world. Each sweep illuminates a dreamscape, fields of silver grass bending in the night breeze. Rivers of starlight flowing across valleys. Bridges made of moonlight spanning oceans of calm. The lighthouse is no longer only above you, it is within you. Sending beams through your thoughts. Clearing away shadows. Replacing them with peace. The turtle rests beside you. Its shell glowing faintly in the light. It does not move. Yet its presence feels like part of the lighthouse. As if the ancient rhythm of its breath has always been connected to the turning beam. Together, turtle and lighthouse form a circle of guardianship around you. One watches from the earth, the other from the sea, and you sit at the center, safe, held, and cherished. The night deepens. The stars sharpen, glittering against the velvet sky. The moon climbs higher, casting brighter silver upon the waves below. Yet nothing interrupts the rhythm of the lighthouse. It continues, sweep after sweep, like the beating of a great, eternal heart. You lean into its rhythm until your own heart begins to match it. Until your breath falls into the same pace. Until your mind no longer distinguishes between yourself and the turning light. You are steady. You are calm. You are the lighthouse. And the lighthouse is you. The beam reaches farther now, as though stretching across oceans. In its glow, you see not distance but closeness. Not separation but connection. Every wave it touches, every ripple it illuminates, becomes part of you. The light reminds you, you are not a solitary island. You are part of the ocean, part of the wind, part of the endless sky. And knowing this, you rest deeper. For how could you ever be lost when you belong to everything? The sweep slows, not in reality, but in your perception, as though the lighthouse is rocking you into a deeper state. Each arc takes longer, stretching the silence between one pass and the next. And in those silences you sink further. Your body loosens more. Your breath softens more. Your thoughts dissolve more. The silences become cradles, each one deeper than the last. And when the light returns, it is like a hand tucking you in, pulling a blanket higher across your chest, assuring you once more that all is well. Eventually, the boundary between the light and the dark fades. Whether the beam sweeps past or pauses in the distance no longer matters. All is luminous now. All is calm. All is still. You sit against the lighthouse, eyes closed, breath slow, body sinking, heart aligned with the turning rhythm, mind dissolving into the glow. The turtle remains nearby. The ocean breathes below. The stars shimmer above. And you drift deeper into the dream of the night, carried by the steady, endless, eternal light. The lighthouse continues to shine behind you, its steady rhythm sweeping across the horizon. But now your attention drifts downward, toward the sound of the sea below. The waves roll in and out against the base of the cliff, not with force but with patience, as though they are whispering secrets only the night can hear. The sea turtle stirs again, moving with quiet grace. And you know it is time to follow. The path leads back down the rocks. And soon you are at the water's edge once more, where the tide beckons like a gentle invitation. You step into the sea, the coolness wrapping around your feet, your ankles, your knees. The water welcomes you, holding you softly as though it remembers you. The turtle glides ahead, its great shell shining faintly under the moonlight. And you follow until the waves lift you free of the ground. You float now, weightless once more. And the sea carries you outward. It is not a push, not a pull, but a guiding hand. A current beneath the surface that whispers as it moves. The currents speak not in words but in feelings. They swirl gently beneath you, lifting your body, cradling your arms, guiding your legs. One current brushes you toward the east. Then another eases you west, weaving you slowly into the rhythm of the sea. You do not resist. You do not control. You simply allow yourself to be carried. And in that surrender, you discover a language beyond thought. Each shift of water tells you, rest deeper. Each swirl reminds you, release more. Each gentle tug assures you, you are safe. You are held. You are home. You close your eyes and let the currents guide you. They are soft ribbons, wrapping around you, loosening every knot in your body. They move through your shoulders, untangling tension. They move through your spine, straightening, lengthening, softening. They swirl around your hips, untying every coil of holding, and drift through your legs, carrying away the last weight of the day. Even your hands, floating loosely at your sides, are lifted by the water until they feel no need to grasp, no need to cling, no need to do anything at all. The ocean hums as the currents weave together. You realize you are being carried in circles, not aimless, but intentional, broad, slow spirals that rock you deeper into stillness. Round and round you drift, each circle wider, calmer, slower. The spiral is not to confuse you but to guide you downward, like a path winding gently into the center of a dream. The more you drift, the deeper the spiral carries you, until every part of your being is tuned to its rhythm. You imagine that the currents are voices, ancient voices of the sea. One whispers from the left, a low murmur that sounds like a lullaby hummed beneath the breath. Another whispers from the right, higher, lighter, like a flute played far away in the dark. A third rises from beneath, deeper still, a resonance that hums through your bones like a drum. Together they weave a choir around you, a circle of sound that holds you like a blanket. These voices do not argue, do not compete. They flow together, balancing, harmonizing, endlessly repeating their one message: rest, release, drift. The turtle glides among the currents, and wherever it passes, the water grows even calmer. Its movements are so slow, so patient, that the sea seems to wait for it, bending around its shell, flowing in streams of silver light. You realize the turtle does not resist the currents, it listens to them. It has always listened, for centuries upon centuries, letting the sea carry it across vast distances. Now it teaches you to do the same. You need no map, no effort, no destination. You only need to listen, to let the water move through you, to let yourself be guided, and so you drift. The currents shift again, slow and now, broader, more spacious. Between each swirl is a pause, a moment of stillness so deep that you could dissolve into it. Each pause feels longer than the last, stretching like an endless horizon. You surrender into these pauses, letting them hold you, letting them become part of your breath. Inhale with the current. Exhale into the pause. Inhale. Exhale. The rhythm is so simple, so perfect, that you wonder why you ever needed anything more. The sea begins to dream around you. The currents change color in your mind's eye, flowing with shades of indigo, teal, and silver, painting the water like silk ribbons unfurling in the dark. They curl around you, weaving a cocoon of light and shadow, until you feel as though you are wrapped inside the heart of the ocean itself. In this cocoon, you are weightless. In this cocoon, you are eternal. You hear the whispers again: rest. Deeper, deeper still. The words stretch, soften, dissolve, until they are no longer words but vibrations, sensations, feelings that flow through every cell of your body. You are being rewritten into calm, You are being reshaped into stillness. You are no longer separate from the water. You are the water. Moving. Flowing. Resting. Eternal. The turtle drifts beside you once more, circling you with infinite patience. Its eyes meet yours. And though nothing is spoken, you feel an understanding. This is the way of the sea. It seems to say, not force, not struggle, only current, only rhythm, only trust. You nod without needing to move your head, because your entire body understands. You surrender to the rhythm completely. And as you do, you fall further into peace. The currents slow again, rocking you as though in the arms of the night itself. Round and round, in wider and wider spirals, you are carried downward into the softest part of the ocean. Downward into the softest part of yourself. Every whisper, every swirl, every pause, every silence takes you deeper still, until there is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left to be, only rest, only calm, only the infinite whispering sea. The currents grow softer, slower, until they become almost imperceptible. And as you float within their hush, you lift your gaze to the sky. Above you, the moon has climbed to its highest place, round and luminous, pouring silver light upon the water. Its glow stretches across the sea like a path of silk, wide enough for dreams to walk upon, endless enough to carry you into eternity. The turtle drifts just ahead, bathed in the moonlight, its shell glowing faintly as though marked by ancient constellations. You realize the night itself has become part of the journey. And now the moon will sing to you. The song begins so softly you mistake it for silence. It rises not from one place, but from everywhere at once. The surface of the water hums with it. The air carries it. Even the sand beneath the sea whispers in harmony. The song of the sea is not a melody you can follow, it is a presence you feel in your bones. It does not move quickly. It moves like the turning of the moon. Round, patient, eternal. You close your eyes, and the song enters you. At first it feels like a vibration at the edges of your body, as if your skin is being touched by invisible strings. Then it deepens, humming through your chest, resonating in your heart. Soon you cannot tell whether the sound comes from the sea or from you, because both sing the same note, and that note is rest. With every breath, the song grows clearer. Inhale, and the moon sings. Exhale, and you answer, without effort, without words. The turtle tilts its head toward the sky, as though listening. Its stillness is part of the music. Its breath, deep and slow, is part of the rhythm. You follow its example, breathing deeply, slowly, aligning your breath with the song until you, too, are part of its choir. The night accepts you. The sea accepts you. The moon accepts you. You belong completely. The song shifts gently, adding layers. From far below, the deep voices of whales rise, long and resonant, carrying through the dark water like prayers. Their tones are vast, each one stretching for miles, yet tender enough to cradle your thoughts. From above, the wind adds a higher harmony, whistling softly through the palms and over the cliffs, weaving silver threads into the melody. The waves provide the pulse, steady and patient, like a drum that never falters. Together, these voices weave the song of the sea, endless, soothing, and true. You feel the music weaving through your body, loosening what remains. The back of your neck softens. Your arms grow heavy, floating like driftwood upon the tide. Your legs release into the water as if they have always belonged here. Even the small muscles of your face, the places you did not know were holding, melt into calm. Your lips part slightly. Your jaw eases. Your eyes rest heavy in their sockets. Every note of the song carries you further into surrender. Further into sleep. The moon glows brighter still, casting beams across the water that seem to move in rhythm with the music. Each beam falls like a string of silver, and when it touches the sea, the surface shimmers with light. You drift within these beams, as though lying in a great web of silver threads, a net woven only to hold you, to keep you safe, to rock you gently. The turtle circles slowly within the light, its shadow moving across the beams, guiding you deeper into the song. The melody grows slower, deeper, more spacious. Between each note is silence, and within each silence is rest. The pauses stretch longer and longer, until you feel as though you are sinking into them, falling into the stillness between sounds. You realize the silences are not empty. They are full of comfort, full of peace, full of sleep. The song leads you into them again and again, until silence itself becomes music, until stillness itself becomes song. Now the voices of the whales fade into the distance, their low tones becoming part of the horizon. The wind grows softer, brushing your skin with the faintest touch. The waves quiet, their rhythm barely audible, though you still feel them beneath you. And the moon sings alone, her note long, clear, and steady. She sings of rest. She sings of safety. She sings of dreams that will carry you deeper than you have ever gone before. The turtle glides closer, settling beside you. It sighs close slowly, and in that motion you understand the invitation. You may close your eyes as well. You do. And behind your eyelids, the silver glow of the moon lingers, painting your inner world with light. You float within it, weightless, timeless, effortless. The song continues, but now it feels like it comes from within you, as though you have always known it. The moon completes her circle in the sky, and the song completes its circle in you. There is no end. There is no beginning. Only the eternal roundness of sound and silence, light and dark, breath and stillness. You are held inside this circle, safe, carried, cherished. And as the night deepens, as your breath slows, as your body sinks, you drift further and further into the song of the sea, guided by the moon, guarded by the turtle, cradled by the water. The moon still glows above you, the song of the sea lingering in your breath. But slowly the island itself begins to quiet. It has listened with you. It has sung with you. And now, like you, it prepares for sleep. The turtle drifts to the shore, and you follow, carried gently by the water until your feet touch sand again. The tide pulls back softly, leaving the beach glistening with silver trails. And the island exhales as if releasing the last breath of the day. You walk slowly, guided by moonlight, until you reach the heart of the island. The palms sway less now, their long leaves lowering like eyelids. The air grows warmer, thicker, touched with the scent of flowers folding into themselves for the night. The ground is soft beneath you, covered with moss and fallen leaves, each step sinking deeper into quiet. It feels as though the island itself has laid down a bed for you, layer upon layer of comfort, inviting you to rest. The turtle settles nearby, half hidden beneath the shadows of the trees, and you sense its breathing slowing, its body sinking into stillness. It has guided you far, but now it, too, sleeps. The stars above seem softer, as if dimming their brightness so you may rest more easily. The moon lowers, stretching her glow across the horizon, wrapping the island in one last silver embrace before yielding to dreams. You close your eyes and listen. The sounds of the island are quieter than before. But they are not gone. They have simply transformed into whispers of rest. The ocean no longer sings loudly, it hums. Like a heartbeat beneath the sand. The wind no longer moves swiftly, it lingers gently, brushing your skin like a final good night. Even the earth beneath you hums faintly. A low vibration that tells you it is safe to let go. You lie down upon the moss. Your body welcomed instantly. Your shoulders sink. Your spine settles. Your legs release. And the earth shapes itself to match you perfectly. It feels as though the island has been waiting for this moment. Waiting to cradle you the way it cradles its trees. Its rocks. Its waters. You belong here as much as they do. Part of the same dream. Part of the same slumber. Slowly, the island begins to fall asleep. You can feel it. The palms grow still. Their whispers fading. The flowers close tightly, holding their fragrance inside until morning. The waves grow slower. Their rhythm stretched. As though even the sea has chosen to rest. The stars fade into the background, letting darkness cover the sky more fully. Until all that remains is a deep, endless calm. And you, too, drift into that calm. Your breath is no longer something you control. It is something the island breathes for you. Inhale. And the moss rises gently beneath you. Exhale. And it lowers again, rocking you like a cradle. Inhale. Exhale. The rhythm is not yours alone, it belongs to the island now. And the island shares it with you. Time dissolves. You do not know how long you have been lying here. And it does not matter. Minutes and hours no longer exist. There is only this, the endless night. The endless calm. The endless slumber of the island. You sink deeper into it. As though falling into layers of soft earth. Each one gentler than the last. You sink until you are no longer lying upon the island, you are inside it. Part of it. Dreaming as it dreams. The dream is vast but simple. You see the roots of the palms stretching deep into the soil. And they glow faintly with silver light. Carrying the memory of the sea through the island's body. You see the rocks resting. Silent and heavy. Keeping watch through the night. You see streams flowing slowly underground. Whispering secrets to one another as they drift toward the ocean. All of it is slow. All of it is calm. All of it is sleep. The turtle's presence is still near. Though it rests. You sense its shell rising and falling. Its breath steady. Deep. And safe. It dreams with you. Its centuries of journeys folded into the silence. And in knowing that it is here, you rest deeper. For nothing could disturb the sleep of such an ancient friend. And nothing can disturb yours. The silence grows thicker. The darkness heavier. But it is not heavy with fear, it is heavy with peace. It presses gently against your eyelids, sealing them. It presses against your thoughts, quieting them. It presses against your body, anchoring you. You are wrapped in it fully, as though the island has pulled a blanket of night over you, tucking you in so you may sleep without end. Your body is still. Your breath is slow. Your mind is quiet. Around you, everything sleeps, the trees, the flowers, the sea, the stars. And within you, too, everything sleeps. The boundaries dissolve. You are not lying upon the island. You are the island. You are the silence. You are the slumber. The night deepens further, and you fall with it, sinking into the softest place you have ever known. There is no bottom, no end. There is only falling, endlessly, into sleep. And as you drift, you hear the faintest whisper, softer than wind, softer than waves, softer than thought itself. Rest now. Rest deeply. Rest forever within this night, and you do. Now the island has fallen asleep. The sea is asleep. The wind is asleep. Even the moon is slowly lowering itself toward the horizon, as though it too is entering a long, deep dream. You lie there, in the arms of nature, sheltered by the earth, the water, and the sky. Everything around you softens, little by little, until only vast stillness remains, covering all. You take a slow, deep breath in, and let it out gently. Your breathing is now soft, light, like a thin mist dissolving into the air. Your body has surrendered completely. The weight upon your shoulders has been released. Your arms and legs rest, no longer needing to walk, no longer needing to work. Your mind has become like a still lake, unbroken by ripples, reflecting only the gentle glow of the night out there. The ocean still moves, but so far, so softly, that it sounds like an eternal lullaby. The wind still drifts, but it no longer whispers. It is only the steady breath of the night. And the island, vast and peaceful, cradles you in its own slumber. You and the island are no longer separate. You are a part of it now. A part of the stillness. A part of the boundless peace. All memories, all worries of the day have melted away, carried off by the waves, soothed by the wind. What remains is only ease, only release, only safety. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to guard, nothing left to do. You need only to sleep, only to rest, only to let the night carry you further, deeper, into gentle dreams. Let your heart rest as well. Each beat slows, steady, calm, like a distant drum in the belly of the sea. Let your mind drift, like a sail released, moving only where the waves and winds choose to take it. Let your body melt into the earth, into the water, into the glow of the moon, until nothing is heavy, nothing is burdened. And now there is only one thing left, deep sleep. Sleep comes to you the way night covers the sky, slowly but surely, softly but completely. It wraps itself around you, holding you close, carrying you far, far away, into a world without sound, without time, only endless peace. Sleep now, sleep deeply, sleep long. All that has passed can be left behind. All that is to come can wait for tomorrow. For now, you need only to sleep soundly, gently, in the arms of the night, in the steady breath of the waves, in the sweet dream of the island. Sleep now. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. Sleep now. Drifting further, 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 into the deepest rest. Asleep unbroken, undisturbed, only whole and tender. And as you sleep, the island dreams with you. The sea dreams with you. The wind dreams with you. Everything merges into one endless dream. That dream will hold you until the dawn, when the first sunlight touches your skin and you awaken refreshed, renewed, at peace. But now is not the dawn. Now is the night. And sleep, your sleep. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep long, and let the whole world lull you with its tender stillness.